and welcome back to Identity Insights by Indicio. I am your host, Tim Spring, and today I am joined by Indicio Vice President of People and Culture, Frances Donegan-Ryan, and she's here to discuss the Indicio Network Consortium. Thank you again for joining me today, Frances. Would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. So like you mentioned, I am the VP of People and Culture and now Community at Indicio. I'm a co-founder, so I've been here since the beginning of Indicio, which is almost 3 years, which is very exciting. And I have brought my background in diversity, equity, and inclusion, marketing, and community development to this company and to this role. And a couple fun things about me. I have 4 passports. I have traveled to almost 50 countries. I am a huge sports fan. I am so happy watching sports all day, and I'm as loud cheering for football as I am for golf. My favorite sport is rugby, and I live in Seattle, Washington, over on the west coast of the US.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. It's great to have you on the show. So let's jump right in with what is the Indicio Network Consortium?
Great. So the consortium is made up of a group of companies, businesses, nonprofits, larger organizations, government organizations who believe strongly in decentralized identity, who want to make this industry mainstream, to make people's lives easier, to really enforce trust in the way that we operate, both on the internet, online, but also with the institutions that we have to interact with every single day. And these are the people who run nodes, who write to the network, or also called transaction endorsers. And they're also made up of a group of trustees who really ensure that we are maintaining and developing a governance network to ensure that we are doing this in the best way possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what really sets the network consortium apart from other similar decentralized networks?
So we actually have 3 networks. We have the main net, which is the main network, obviously, testnet and demo net. And so what's very cool about these is that you get to learn about decentralized identity, the technology behind decentralized identity, hands-on. You get to practice in the demo net, you get to test your own solutions in the test net, and then you get to contribute to the decentralized identity ledger on the main net. You get to write to the main net as well as provide the node or the touch point for running that piece of technology. So that's very cool that there are 3 that you can choose from. You get to join the consortium for free. There's no fee to join. There's no fee to run a node. It costs, in terms of sort of energy and the cost of running a node, runs between sort of $70 to $150 a month. So it's a very low cost participation. And the very cool things about our consortium is that it is a professionally maintained network, and you get almost 24/7 customer service and support, except for when our amazing support team is sleeping, obviously. But we are always there to answer questions, to support you in the technology, to help you stand up a node, and all sorts of other benefits like a discounts on trainings that Indicio offers, discounts on joining as a transaction endorser, which costs money to obviously write to the main net, and a community, which I think is the best part because I'm passionate about communities. And I think that with a community, you get to learn from the learnings, from the successes, frankly, from the failures or missteps by all of us who are trying to build decentralized identity, who are trying to build trusted digital ecosystems, who are putting products out in the marketplace, so that we can shift the current way of doing things to a much more sophisticated, trusted, simpler way of doing things.
Awesome. No, I'd love to hear definitely the focus on community and how you can really learn from everyone around you.
Yeah.
What initiatives are you, as kind of the leader of this program, focusing on for the year?
So, like you said, the main one is community. We want to pull together a group of innovators in this space, and allow you to learn from each other, meet each other, learn what each other are building, get to know each other. We are peers. We are all of us in this technology, working on this technology. Our goal is to make it successful. Indicio is one company that's doing it, but the consortium is really separate. The consortium is there so that we can bring together everyone who's working on this tech, work together as a group, and really move this industry forward. In order for any of us to be successful, this industry has to become mainstream, right? We need people to be adopting this technology, to be purchasing our products. We need consumers to start learning about it, to start trusting verifiable credentials, and kind of replacing the old way they used to interact with institutions and participate with e-commerce online. So really, to me, the most important part is the community and how we will impact this industry as a group of innovators, as a group of leaders. The other things I'm focused on is, of course, then the development of the consortium members. So, like I said, we provide training by Indicio. You get direct access to our technical executives and leaders. And I believe that through that training, through that access to key technical leaders in this industry, you will have the opportunity to grow your product, faster. You will have the opportunity to make better versions of this cutting edge technology. So the individual development of the members is really important to me. And then the impact of the community in your development is that you grow your business to reach new audiences, of course. Is that you get Indicio support of amplification. We cover what you're doing on our social channels. We write about you on our blog. We invite you to be a speaker at our events. And what we want to do, and I've said this before, is amplify all of the amazing work that's being done in this industry so that all of us can rise together.
Okay. So how would you measure success on these initiatives? What would you be really happy to see maybe in the next 6 months to a year?
Well, I would love the consortium to continue to grow and to have more and more members participate in it, regardless of, are you hosting a node? Are you a transaction endorser? Are you writing to the network? Would you like to run for election to be on the board of trustees? More participants is what I'm looking for. And something that we're very proud of, and that will continue to be a very main focus for us, is the geographic diversity of the members of the consortium. So we have members all over the world, I believe on every continent now. And it's important that we make this technology global. It's not North American centric, it shouldn't, or EU centric, it should be global. And so for me, success is more people joining and getting the benefits of being part of the consortium, ensuring that we're maintaining that global diversity. I think I've brought up community about 1 million times, but something I'm really excited about this year is we have quarterly summits where we all get together. And one of my big goals this year is to have one in person. And when we get together in person, we have the opportunity to learn, to share. I get the opportunity of taking people out and wining and dining and entertaining them, which is every marketer's favorite thing to do. And, who doesn't love a party? Who doesn't love some swag? So I am really excited to grow the membership and also to bring people together in person this year, because that will be our first time, obviously, since because of the pandemic, will be the first time that we'll have that opportunity.
Awesome. So you mentioned the different roles that you can kind of play within the consortium. Would you be able to tell me a little bit about, why you would want to host a node or be a trustee? What are some of the perks or benefits of being a part of those different groups?
Yeah, so I think the cool thing about hosting, and again, another differentiator of the Indicio Network Consortium, is that you have the authority over that ledger. You are running that ledger. It is your property. You're participating obviously in a larger network, but it's not something that Indicio owns and operates. It's really yours, and you have the authority over it. The other position that you can have as part of the consortium is to be on our board of trustees. The board of trustees are really stewarding this work. They are taking governance framework, they're adapting where needed, modernizing where needed, but that governance framework has really been written in collaboration by Indicio and the overall community. And we want this technology used for good. We want to make sure that we are all building and operating in a compatible way. And so there are opportunities to run for election, to be on the board of trustees. I think it's a really big responsibility. It's an awesome, and I mean that in like large opportunity to be able to impact this industry and to set direction and like I said, steward this work forward.
All right, perfect. So how would one get started? What does the process look like for that?
Yeah, so just go to our website. It's indicio.tech/network-consortium. And from there, it's really easy. You fill out a form. The form comes to me. We make sure that you're going to be a really good fit for the consortium itself. And then you have a welcome from me, some welcome material and technical material. And like I said, our director of networks, Lim Bendixson, he will be your onboarding support, right? He will help you set up the node. He will make sure that you are on the right network, that you know how to use the network effectively for your own learning and for the growth of the community. So you get hands-on support the whole time, and you also get continuing support. So we have a Slack workplace. You get emails from us with updates, technical updates, as well as industry and community updates. Like I said, we have these quarterly summits. So it's a professionally managed network. It has active technical support. It has active community support. So you really have a helping hand through the entire process. And like I said, you just go to indicio.tech/network-consortium and you sign up right there. There's a big button.
Awesome. Well, it looks like that is our time for today. If you are interested in learning a bit more about verifiable credential technology, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll continue to bring you some more educational content. If you have any questions or specific topics that you'd like for us to cover, please go ahead and leave a comment below, and we'll be sure to read and address them. And thank you again to you, Frances. If people want to learn more about the consortium, you kind of already mentioned it with the link above, but where could they go to get started, get in touch with you? Where would you suggest they look?
Yeah, so obviously the webpage has a lot of content, but I have additional content, and I would love to chat with anyone who's interested or has questions. You can email me, frances@indicio.tech. That's Frances with an E, FRANCES. So feel free to reach out to me directly. You can also reach me on Twitter @FrancesDR. You can reach me on any social @FrancesDR, in fact. But I would love to hear from you, would love to have a chat, and welcome you into this consortium.
Perfect.